But Jesus saw what they were after. "You hypocrites," he exclaimed. "Who are you trying to fool with your trick questions? Here, show me a coin." And they handed him a penny. "Whose picture is stamped on it?" he asked them. "And whose name is this beneath the picture?" "Caesar's," they replied. "Well then," he said, give it to Caesar if it is his, and give God everything that belongs to God." His reply surprised and baffled them, and they went away. But that same day, some of the Sadducees, who say there is no resurrection after death, came to him and asked, "Sir, Moses said that if a man died without children, his brother should marry the widow, and their children would get all the dead man's property. Well, we had among us a family of 7 brothers. The first of these men married and then died without children, so his widow became the second brother's wife. This brother also died without children, and the wife was passed to the next brother, and so on until she had been the wife of each of them, and then she also died. So, whose wife will she be in the resurrection? For she was the wife of all 7 of them." But Jesus said, "Your error is caused by your ignorance of the Scriptures and of God's power. For in the resurrection there is no marriage. Everyone is as the angels in heaven. But now, as to whether there is a resurrection of the dead, don't you ever read the Scriptures? Don't you realize that God was speaking directly to you when he said, 'I am the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob'? So God is not the God of the dead, but of the living." The crowds were profoundly impressed by his answers, but not the Pharisees. When he heard that he had routed the Sadducees with this reply, they thought up a fresh question of their own to ask him. One of them, a lawyer, spoke up. "Sir, which is the most important commandment in the law of Moses?" Jesus replied, Love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, and mind. This is the first and greatest commandment. The second most important is similar. Love your neighbor as much as you love yourself. All the other commandments and all the demands of the prophets stem from these 2 laws and are fulfilled if you obey them. Keep only these, and you will find that you are obeying all the others. Then, surrounded by the Pharisees, he